Hello world, and welcome back to my little slice of the internet. Today we have much to discuss. With the anime trailer that just dropped a week ago, hey guys, please stick around till the end of the video for a super exciting surprise. So we got our first look at the two new protagonists. Here we have them, Liko and Roy. Now there's no more Ash and Pikachu, so I'm curious to see how they go with the storyline and what it's going to be based on. We know they both have a different item and or relic. We're not exactly sure what they are yet. Thankfully, there's still going to be a Pikachu in it, and it's going to be Captain Pikachu, who is going to be the professors. So it should be really interesting to see what they have in store for us. But now, on to the good stuff. The Pokemon Center has officially released the 4 World Champion decks from last year. So here we have the Mew deck, the Arceus deck, the Urshifu deck, and the Origins Palkia V deck. Sadly, the Mew deck and the Arceus deck are both out of stock. Hopefully they'll restock them. My son actually got the Arceus deck, and overall these little sets are pretty cool. I think it's a nice price range to get a deck. You get a paper play mat, you get a book with all the different stuff about worlds, you get a pin. My son adores it, and that's all that mattered to me. And then he got to play with the Arceus Flying Pikachu deck, which he thought was a lot of fun because it's something you can play with, but it's not something you can take to tournaments. Overall, it's a really cool product. Highly recommend. Very nicely done, though the cards do feel a little fake because they are proxies, they're not real cards. Just a heads up for anyone who doesn't know. Moving on, there's some more new stuff at the Pokemon Center. So they also did drop the mimikyuEX box on March 3rd. I have one. I've already done an opening video. The link is in the description below. They also do have the Shiny Zycan and Shiny Zamazenta bigger boxes. And then they released this adorable Snorlax pin where he's sitting there and he's asleep, but he has his apple on a chain, so his snack is never far from him. Super adorable pins. I want one. I haven't bought one yet. Can't decide if I'm gonna get one yet. I do think they're super cute. Now, over in Japan, they have a bunch of new stuff being released as well. This is stuff that's gonna come out with the Triple Beat set in a few days. They have that really fuzzy Pikachu deck box that we've seen that they have like a whole little Pikachu set for, and then they have released some new sleeves, some new sleeve arts. I think they're really cute. My favorite is the Pikachu and Pawmot one. Actually, I think that's Pawmi and not Pawmot. So I do think there's some really cool products being released. They're also doing some of the collection folios as well. Honestly, look at that fuzzy Pikachu box. I want one, please. Pretty please, can they release it over here too? That would be great. Talking about new releases, the release for Scarlet and Violet is almost upon us. Pre-releases are starting on the 18th, so we have those coming up really soon, and shortly after the pre-releases start, the set is released on the 31st. As the 31st is approaching, more and more cards are being revealed to us. So if you look on PokeBeach or PokeGuardian, they both have running lists of all the art cards that have been released for our set. So far this Gardevoir EX and this Miriam are two of my favorite full arts that I've seen. I also am enjoying scrolling every few days just to see what new is coming out. So the first subset of cards for our Scarlet and Violet set is already being talked about on the different sites for news for the TCG. So far, we have a name, but we don't have a logo. So the name is Scarlet and Violet Paldea Evolved, which I think is pretty cool, but it's a little weird to have the region in a set name. So the release date for the subset should be June 9th, with the pre-releases starting May 24th to June 4th. So hopefully before then we have more information. I'm assuming we will, because we constantly get new information and new leaks. So the set should be combined of Japan's Triple Beat and Play Burst and Snow Hazard. So we'll see what more evolves, because that's all the information we have right now about our first subset of Scarlet and Violet. So these are all just predictions though. None of this has been set in stone or officially announced yet. Lastly, a little bit of news on the digital front of the Pokemon world. Pokemon Sleep has officially been confirmed at the Pokemon Presents last week, which I think is nifty. But when it comes to Pokemon Sleep, the release date is set for summer of 2023, so we don't exactly have a for sure date yet. I mean, maybe it's because I'm not a Pokemon Go player, but I don't really get the appeal. I mean, I guess they want to help improve sleeping habits. Who knows? Maybe they'll have a future in all these lifestyle apps that everyone uses nowadays. So up next is the announcement that they made that the Goodra will be joining the Pokemon Unite roster. I'm just now starting to get into Pokemon Unite because why not? It's a fun game. I like MOBAs. Smite is one of my favorites. I'm kind of really digging it. I just started playing it the other day though, and I only started playing it because they released the Goodra for it, or they're going to release the Goodra for it. It's not officially released yet. And lastly is the 2 official DLCs for the Scarlet and Violet games. They're gonna be the Teal Mask and the Indigo Disc. So they haven't given us too much detail, but they've given us some. And I think it's really cool that throughout the 2 DLCs, there's going to be over 230 familiar Pokemon from the other regions. So they haven't given us the exact regions that the Pokemon are going to be from yet, but it's still really exciting that we're going to get old Pokemon in this game, and it's super cool. You guys guessed it. The surprise is what's that Pokefact. Today we're talking about Psyduck. Psyduck is a weird mix between a duck and a platypus. He always has a headache, and that headache stuns him so he can't think clearly, which means he prefers to be immobile. But when the headache does get bad enough and he uses his psychic powers, it can be a force to be reckoned with. Sadly, he doesn't remember what he does with those powers. Psyduck and Golduck have been in every Pokedex. Psyduck's debut in the animated series was in an episode called Hypno's Nap Time, where Misty accidentally catches him after she throws a Pokeball and he accidentally touches it. Also, sadly, even Psyduck has been caught up in Team Rocket's schemes in the animated series. Overall, this adorable little yellow duck platypus Pokemon has a place in most of our hearts. Overall, he seems a little dim-witted, but there have been other Psyducks in the series that aren't as dim-witted as Misty's. But thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like. Please subscribe for more news and other TCG content. I hope to see you back soon. Bye!